future.
Are you ready to crush your bookies?
Evolution.
Hello, sports betting friends. Welcome to my MLB live stream. Today I want to share with you 4 MLB picks, and one of them turns out to be a premium pick. So towards the end of the video, I will let you know which one is a premium pick. Also, I've got exciting news regarding the NFL, so stay tuned until the end. Alright, so let's get started right away with a pick concerning the Guardians versus Yankees game. And in that game, one of my favorite bets is Aaron Judge over 0.5 runs scored. So in other words, I am betting on the fact that Judge will score at least 1 run in that game. As you can see on your screen, the best line I found earlier today was minus 139 with bookies like Bet Rivers, Unibet, Bally, Leo Vegas. But the range is quite large, so you may have to settle with odds as low as minus 175 or minus 180, depending on your book. And that really shows the importance of having an account with many sports books because you can shop for the best line at all times. So I still like it at odds as low as minus 180, but it's obviously borderline acceptable to me. Now, let's pretend that you would have bet Judge to score at least a run in each of his last 31 games. Well, by doing so, you would own a 19-12 record, and that equates to a 61.3% success rate. Now, the probability that he will score at least a run is even higher than this because he's facing a starting pitcher that is much worse than average. In fact, he will square off against rookie Joey Cantillo, who's been in the minor leagues since 2018. Now, this year was his first taste of Major League Baseball, and in 13 innings pitched, he has allowed 9 earned runs, 15 hits, and he owns a pretty poor strikeout to walk ratio. More specifically, he has struck out 9 batters versus 6 walks. Now, granted, he has faced the Orioles, the Twins, and the Phillies. And in terms of runs scored, these teams rank 2nd, 7th, and 8th in Major League Baseball this year. So, in other words, he has faced some tough opposition. But things won't get any easier today against the Yankees, who have scored the 3rd most runs in Major League Baseball during the 2024 campaign. Well, in general, Aaron Judge has been red hot since August 7. He is 20 for 48 at the plate, which equates to a 417 batting average. So all signs point towards Judge remaining hot today because he's facing a pretty weak pitcher. So I think we have some value on this line right here. So that's my first pick, taking Aaron Judge to score at least a run. Bonjour to Bon Ricard. Hello to Alexandre Dumouchel. Richard Renfro, who is a regular viewer here. Thank you for showing up. Jay Tannehill, it's good to see you again. Karen Zaransky, and also my friend Stu. All right, let's move on to my second pick, which concerns the Rays versus A's game. And I'm making the exact same bet as yesterday, which was this was a premium pick yesterday. And I will tell you later on whether it is again today or not. But I'm banking on the fact that no run will be scored in the first inning of the Tampa versus Oakland game. As you can see on your screen, the most advantageous line I found was minus 110 with Caesars, but you may have to bet with odds as low as minus 130. All right, now this year, the Rays have scored the 3rd fewest runs, and Oakland has scored the 6th fewest runs. So that's a good start. And we also have two very decent starting pitchers on the mound. So why the heck is the line that high? It's a bit mind-boggling to me. The chances seem pretty high that no run will be scored in the initial frame. Tampa will start Ryan Pepiot, who has been quite solid since joining MLB in 2022. Well, in 171 career innings pitched, he owns a great 3.26 ERA. He seems underappreciated and underrated by the general public. If you look at his past six starts, he has given up either 0, 1, or 2 runs. So he's been very, very effective. Now for Oakland, the starter will be Mitch Spence, who's had some ups and downs. Now he is coming off a rough outing. In fact, he allowed. Not sure if the stream is still good. All right. Okay. Sorry. So he's coming off a rough outing where he gave up 5 earned runs in 2 and 2/3 innings at the New York Mets. But in his prior 4 starts, he did very well with a 2.78 ERA. And if you look at the whole season, he has been much better at home. His home ERA this year is 3.86 versus 5.63 as a visiting club. All right. I'm being distracted a bit by the fact that the streaming seems to be lagging. Put in the chat if you can see me, if things are working fine. Hello, hello, is it working? Right, it's working. All right, so I'm not sure if you missed pick number two. So I'm sorry if I'm going to repeat because I don't know when the live stream stopped. All right, let's go. Let's go with pick number two, which is no run to be scored in the Rays versus A's game. I'll go more quickly since I'm not sure if you already heard what I said. So the Rays have scored the third fewest runs this year, while the A's rank have scored the sixth fewest, and yet we have two very decent starters on the mound. So I don't understand why the line is that high. To me, there's a pretty good chance that no run will be scored in the initial frame of that game. So I mentioned how Ryan Pepiot seems to be underrated and underappreciated. In 171 career innings pitched, he has posted a great 3.26 ERA, and in each of his past 6 starts, he has given up either 0, 1, or 2 runs. So he's been quite effective. And meanwhile, Mitch Spence, he's coming off a rough outing against the Mets, but prior to that, he had done a great job because in his prior 4 starts, he posted a 2.78 ERA. And he has also shown much better numbers at home versus on the road. And he happens to be at home today. All right, so that's my second pick. Sorry for the technical issues. I don't know what happened here. I had to restart everything. Now, my third pick concerns the Rockies Nationals game. Now, this may be a scary bet, but I am taking Mitchell Parker, who is Washington starting pitcher, to rack up over 5.5 strikeouts. Now, the best line is minus 122 with FanDuel, but you may have to settle for odds as low as minus 135 or even minus 140, depending on your book. Now, why is this bet scary? When in his last appearance, he did rack up 6 strikeouts, so he exceeded over 5.5, but he exceeded that threshold only once in his prior 8 starts. So he's not a guy that regularly gets 6+ strikeouts. But still, I like it, and my statistical model likes it as well, because the main reason is the Colorado Rockies have struck out the second most times in Major League Baseball this season. And also, like I said earlier, in Parker's last appearance, he did get 6 strikeouts against the Phillies on the road, and he only pitched 3 innings. Now, this time he is likely to last a lot longer on the mound since he is facing a fairly weak Colorado lineup. So even though that looks scary if you look at Parker's game logs, I do like Parker to pick up at least 6 punch-outs in this game tonight. All right, now let's go with my fourth and final pick. I'm taking an underdog. I'm grabbing the Tigers to win the game straight up, or you could elect to go with the run line depending on your risk level. The money line is around plus 140 with most books, while the run line is around minus 155. Now, in this game, why do I think the Tigers have a shot? Well, Kenta Maeda was having a very awful year, but then he started to operate as a bulk reliever, and he's done a fantastic job in that role. In fact, in his last 4 appearances, he has presented a 2.84 ERA. He seems like a totally different pitcher as a bulk reliever, which is what he is likely to do today. Well, I'm hoping that's what his manager is planning to do, since it has worked so well for Maeda recently. On the other side, the Cubs will start Jameson Taillon. Now he is headed in a completely opposite direction. In his case, he was having a great year, but in his past starts, he has squandered 16 earned runs in 21 and one-third innings. Now, if you do the math, that amounts to a 6.75 ERA. So things are not going well for him at all. Now, so far, I have not pulled the trigger on that bet personally. This is more viewed like a lean. One thing that scares me a little bit is that Taillon is much more comfortable when pitching at home. In fact, he owns a 2.56 ERA at Wrigley Field versus 4.65 on the road. All right, so let me recap the 4 picks and then I will tell you which one is viewed as a premium pick. First, before I had some technical issues, I presented the Aaron Judge bet. I believe he will score at least a run against the Guardians and the rookie Joey Cantillo, who is a good prey. Pick number 2, no run scored in the Tampa versus Oakland game. Pick 3, Mitchell Parker to rack up at least 6 strikeouts against the Colorado Rockies. And pick number 4, the Tigers, either with the money line or the run line, depending on your preference. Now, which one is viewed as a premium pick? Aaron Judge to score at least a run against Cleveland. This is my highest confidence play of the day in Major League Baseball. Now, before I let you go, there are two quick topics that I want to discuss. In case you were not aware yet, I have released a video a few days ago presenting some college football future bets. One of them is whether the Clemson Tigers will get over or under 9.5 wins this season. And the other one concerns the Oklahoma Sooners, who will be playing there for the first time in the SEC. And the pick concerns the fact that are they going to go over or under 7.5 wins this season. Now, those are two free plays, but after analyzing all of this, we came up with a total of 25 good value wagers regarding college football future bets. Now, if you want to get the other 23, there is a special gold package that you can grab at a very affordable price. So I invite you to watch this college football video that I released a few days ago. There's a lot of great stuff. And the last thing I wanted to talk to you about is great news. My NFL win totals will be released very soon. I did a lot of analyses over recent days, and yesterday I personally placed some pretty big bets on many of them that I like. Now I just need to do some write-up, shoot videos before I release those plays to you. So stay tuned for all the details. Um, every single year, I always tell people that this is my second best product of the entire year. The product that I like the most and that's been the most lucrative over many years has been my famous Super Bowl proposition bets. And the second best picks, in my opinion, are the win totals in the NFL. So again, we're talking about is, for example, will the Philadelphia Eagles get over or under 10.5 wins this season? So stay tuned and look at my YouTube channel for more details. I will tell you about it maybe tomorrow or Friday. By the way, I will do another live stream tomorrow, same time, 11 a.m. And this time, let's hope that I'm not going to have any technical issues. Again, I apologize for that. Things have been going well all summer long. This is the first time we've had some problems on that side. So thank you for your patience. I appreciate a lot. All right, so that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow with another live stream at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Thanks, guys.